This week on United States Division South, the Thrill Riders Tour comes to Basra, joining the ranks of the NCO Corps and Facebook from the front. Welcome to this week's Danger Edition. I'm your host, Sergeant Desiree Lau. Movies like Rambo and Indiana Jones are a source of entertainment many of us love to enjoy, but we rarely think of the writers who create these stories. Specialist Hanel Trineri tells us reading a book can take readers to thrilling places and adventures.
The USO sponsored a Thriller Writers tour to Iraq, which consisted of 5 best-selling authors, including David Morrell, who wrote First Blood, the novel that started the Rambo series.
See, now it's interesting how the mythology developed, because in the novel, he doesn't even have a first name.
The other authors were James Rollins, author of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, Douglas Preston, The Relic, Andy Harp, a retired Marine and new author of the book A Northern Thunder, and Steve Berry, best-selling author of The Templar Legacy and The Emperor's Tomb.
I can say from my standpoint, I had no clue. So what I saw here has been really eye-opening for me. It's a lot to it. There's a lot involved, a lot of personnel, a lot of things involved. It's amazing all that goes on here.
During the Basra visit, the authors were also shown around the troop medical clinic and learned what it takes to run a hospital for deployed soldiers.
I think it's a great opportunity for them to see how everything works here and what the media back home presents versus actually seeing it firsthand.
For the authors, the experience was not only a chance to boost soldiers' morale, but a way to acquire a vault of knowledge to use when they start writing their next novels. Specialist Hanel Trineri, Basra, Iraq.
One of the most important steps in a soldier's career is the transition from junior enlisted to non-commissioned officer. That transition is marked by an NCO induction ceremony where the NCOs of a unit welcome the newest members to the NCO Corps. Staff Sergeant Christopher Jelly has more.
The 64th Brigade Support Battalion of the 3rd Advise and Assist Brigade, 4th Infantry Division, welcomed 14 of its newest non-commissioned officers during an induction ceremony. The battalion's senior NCO Command Sergeant Major Vanetta Vaughn describes the purpose and the importance of the ceremony.
It just preserves the tradition. You know, we cannot forget about those that have crossed that line before us. We cannot forget about the ones that we have right now, and we certainly cannot forget about our future non-commissioned officers.
I'm a non-commissioned officer, leader of soldiers.
You do see the pride in their face and in their voice when they're reciting the non-commissioned officer creed. It just gives me great honor and great joy to see them cross that line.
Staff Sergeant Christopher Jelly, Camp Adder, Iraq.
The 1st Infantry Division's social media shop is taking global networking through Facebook to another level. They're using the First ID's Facebook page to promote their Got Bro campaign. Here's the Got Bro story. First ID Facebook page is using their Got Bro campaign to network worldwide. All branches of the military and civilians can gain more than just friend status through the First ID Facebook page.
People are using the Facebook page not just to see what's going on here in Iraq, but what's going on in the One ID worldwide.
First ID is getting ready to roll out of here, probably end of next month, and it'll help me stay in touch with all the guys I work with here from First ID, see how they're doing when they get back from their deployment.
The One ID has soldiers in Afghanistan. We have soldiers all over in Iraq. It's not just about soldiers in Basra. We have soldiers all over Fort Riley in the United States. It is everyone in the One ID and who's ever been a part of One ID.
I use the One ID Facebook page to keep in touch with all the new people I've met here on my deployment.
Whether on deployment or back home, keep in touch with First ID soldiers and check out what they're up to through the First ID Facebook page. Sergeant Desiree Lau, Basra, Iraq. And that's it for this week's Danger Edition. For the 1st Infantry Division, I'm Sergeant Desiree Lau.